Yo, what's poppin', guys? You got your boy Nandra here, back in the mix with another video. So this is gonna be one of my Grand Prix replays for you guys. So I did go 5-0 on this replay, so yeah, same old. This is gonna be like a 3-part series where I'm gonna show you game 1 and 2, game 3 and 4, and then game 5 for last. Yeah. So going into this, this was for stage 2 of GP. So I literally did this, first day it came out. Typically speaking, I actually usually try to wait and usually do it in the morning, but today I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it at night. I just woken up. I was like, hey, we gotta get moving. We gotta get it hidden. And so this is what I played. So obviously, if you've been in my stream literally at all this season, you'll know that I've been playing a lot of sword. So obviously speaking for GP, I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and play sword. Let's go and do this shit. And so this is the sword that I'm playing. Shout out to Partak because this is the list. So yeah. So again, I did say it will be game 1, game 2. Typically speaking for GP, you can really face just about anything, honestly. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started. As you can see here, I did face three different blood decks. So if you're looking for a deck to beat blood, this could be your deck. Hey, I mean, if you're just willing to shout the files for it, of course. Anyway, let's go and get started with game 1 versus Bloodcraft. Alright, so going into this, typically speaking versus Blood, there's a certain way that I play. I don't know, obviously if other people play this way, but I usually just go for a preventative style measure because I know that my deck has better cards than their deck does in the late game. So if I can just play to keep pace and not fall too far behind or not necessarily go too far ahead, then later in the game I just blow them out. Now, and typically speaking, when I go for that game plan, I pretty much usually always win, barring them having double Dark Feastbat, barring them actually blowing me out with an Evil Eye Demon, or me having poor draws, or them just somehow still managing to force out a Flaros at a pretty optimal turn. If they can't do that, I usually tend to win. So that's me what we're looking to do here. Now here, draws 2 cards. Now here, I do make a, I don't want to say this is a misplay per se, but I was going first, so I kept the Chromatic Jewel. If you're going second, you really don't want to keep the Chromatic Jewel. You just want to toss back to find more Spine Blades and Coup, because Spine Blade and Coup are your money makers in this matchup, just because they help you stop the snowballs. Anyway, so I did keep Chromatic Jewel here. I do pick up Mars. Now typically speaking, when I play Chromatic Jewel in this matchup, I usually grab it to grab Hemera, the White Queen. Yeah. So I go ahead and grab it there. I was thinking about trying to delay it, but I literally have a curve. I'm going to be flying up the ceiling because you want to be flying for tempo. But yeah, so I literally have a curve. He'll be able to get rid of Mars. I know that for sure. I don't know if he'll be able to get rid of the Hemera as well without using investments. Now here, this turn is actually super important. So many times, what you'll see, at least when you're watching my stream, is you actually see me using Celia first in this matchup because one, there's two very important reasons why you do this here. One, because you want to always have an answer to a Vera in the back. When you play Holy Bear Knight on 5 mana, he becomes a 4/4. When you evolve it, he becomes a 6/6. Typically speaking, Vera, for all intents and purposes, is basically it's basically a 2 mana 4/6 while evolved. So if you have the Bear Knight can crash into it perfectly, live, and have kill the bear and have 2 HP left and be a ward. So it's kind of annoying for them. Now here, this turn right now, this turn is the scariest turn in the entirety of this matchup. Now mind you, he did toss back 2 cards, and honestly speaking, my track record for dodging Flaros has been pretty immaculate, because you have to think about it, right? He has to have 2 different 0 costs in his hand, right? He has to have 2 different 0 costs, and he also has to have a 2 mana self damage effect. That's a lot of cards to have in your hand. Oh, you have to not have Flaros in your hand either. So we see the Evil Eye come out. Now, seeing the Evil Eye come out is actually very good for me. The reason why is because it's not a Snarling Chains. If he has to use the Evil Eye here, that means he won't have Evil Eye for later, right? So we see that come out, and that's great because it means that his hand is not the best, right? Now we can probably infer that again because he kept the 1 card. That means he either kept this or he kept Dark Feastbat. I'm not really sure which one. Now here, I do pick up a Spine Blade. I don't want to use Spine Blade now. If I was going second, I probably would have used it, but I don't want to use it now because if he didn't have the Flaros that turn, he probably him drawing this next card probably won't change that. So I can be safe here. Also, he used an Evil Eye as opposed to Snarling Chains or Razor Claw, so I can still safely infer that again his hand is probably pretty bad. This Mars has a pretty good chance of living. If the Mars sticks, hey, we get to run through them. That's good. But here we see another Evil Eye come out, and I'm like, yikes, that's tragic. Now here he plays Restless Parish, and when he plays his Restless Parish, I get very, very scared because he just needs one more self damage effect to be played, and they can summon Flowers. So if he has basically Gift of the Bloodkin or a second copy of this, then that's a problem. Now I know that he would have to have exactly the gift, because if you have multiple Restless, he would have probably played out one of them earlier. Because many Blood players are kind of bad, and they don't really just try to save for the Flower Side roll, but he doesn't do it. So I know now that his hand's probably pretty bad. Additionally, I also know that because he wasn't able to invocate Flowers now, there's a strong chance he's just never able to invocate Flowers at all this game. So that makes this game considerably easy for me to win. Now here, I did pick up my Octrice. The picking up of Octrice is actually super important here. The reason why is because if he does play a Flowers, you want to be able to steal it. If you can steal the Flowers, that does wonders for you, because it means, one, any damage that they have taken thus far is going to stick, barring some I randomly have Wings of Lust in my deck or whatever. Because many people surprisingly don't actually like Wings of Lust. So yeah, it means that all the damage sticks. Also, it means all the damage that they did to you so far usually gets healed off, and you get back up to full. If you're still at full by say turn 5, turn 6, Dark Feast Bat has a very, very difficult time of killing you. Well, at least Rotation Dark Feast Bat. Rotation Dark Feast Bat has a very difficult time of killing you, just because with the best of high rolls, Dark Feast Bat is maybe 8 to 10 damage. So if you're still at full, they will need 2 Dark Feast Bats to kill you. 2 Dark Feast Bats and a 40 card and a 40 card deck. Even when you have a decent amount of card draw, isn't always a consistent thing. So you always have a fighting chance. Just because, again, he didn't snowball you early, right? So here he draws 2 cards. He had a Flowers in hand. That's great. He actually evolves it, plays it out here. I'm like, oh my god, you foolish fool. Haha. Anyway, so he kills my Chimera. That's fine. I don't care at all. It's perfectly fine. So what we're gonna see me do here is, a mom's sake, we're gonna see me steal that, right? We're gonna see me steal that with Octrice. Now here, I don't want to say this is a misplay per se. I understood why I did this, but yeah. So because he's already used 2 Evil Eyes, right? He's already used 2 Evil Eyes. I want to go ahead and evolve Face finally. I want to go ahead and make an evolve Face, and I want to go ahead and pick up my Spine Blade loot. And I pick up Gilded Boots. Gilded Boots is actually very, very important, and this is actually a big factor in why I decided to go Face here. Because again, I want to turn up the pressure. He hasn't played a Vera yet. He's kind of struggling on his card draw. He's kind of struggling on his self damage, because he's only played 3 self damage things, right? So it's pretty good for me. Now here, he does play Scorpius. Scorpius was a consideration for me, just evolving my guy instead. Now here, he invocates. Well, he'll invocate 3 times, so he needs to have another 0 cost in order to be able to finish the invocation and pull out another Flowers. If he can't do that, well, bad news bears for him. So here he goes down very, very low. He's at 3. Alright, so he's at 3 now. And so here, at this point, a very, very sneaky thought comes to my mind. So, again, I've said this before, and I'll keep saying this. Many Dark Feast Bat players, they're usually just bandwagoners. They're just playing the deck just because they see the deck everywhere, so therefore they think that, oh, well, it's it's good, it's skillless or whatever. They don't have to put in any actual effort to be good at the deck, right? So as a result, many of these players will have not done any of the research on oh, how should I play in this matchup, or how should I play in that matchup, things like that. And so they just fall into silly traps that are very, very telegraphed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and go Face. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a Fatal Spell Bomb with my Val's Magical Swordsman. Or Magical Marksman, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so I go ahead and play the Holy Bear Knight next. And I just leave it there. So he already used 2 Evil Eyes. So if he has 3rd Evil Eye, cool, you got me. But if you use 3rd Evil Eye here and you attack, you die. But again, he's so far in the back that he has to make this attack. He can't not do it. Hell, even if he doesn't do it, I can still just play Arthur, and I would still be able to dig for these Dragon Knights and whatnot. Now I know I already have it in my hand, so I'm good to go. Now here, of course, he does have the 3rd Evil Eye. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. The reason why that works for me is because that's not a Wings of Lust. If he had Vera plus Wings of Lust, that would have screwed me over massively, because it would have bought him a lot more time. But I felt like it was the play, because again, I know that many of these clowns do not at all play Wings of Lust. So anyway, here we are gonna see something unfortunate happen. So I accidentally misclick because I get very, very excited here. I'm like, oh, you know, I've got lethal here, right? So I do end up inadvertently missing lethal. Not obviously, you know, by my own volition, but I do, you know, do it. Yes, Lancelot there with the ball is lethal, but again, like I said, I missed it. Well, not really missed it. It's just I misclicked, but yeah. Anyway, so here he's still in the back. He knows now that he fucked up. He would have like died. He does, however, actually have a Wings of Lust. He does trade. He heals up to 9, but the damage is done there because he then proceeds to play out Disciple of Lust as well as another Vera. So he really probably should have played out the Vera and had that been what healed, because he would have been fine there. So that was a pretty big misplay on his end. But again, this is what I'm talking about. This is literally what I'm talking about. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That actually went over. He didn't have Evo. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so here I just play with Arthur. I then just go and give my guy Rush. I give it Rush, so this way I can keep digging for loot. But at this point, the game is over. The game is literally over. He's on 7 mana. Sorry, he's on 8 mana. If he wants to play Dark Feast Bat, he has to aim it at a creature in order to stay alive. I have 2 mana creatures on the board. He's just always dead. So yeah. So we are able to take that, thankfully, because I delayed enough of his momentum, and he also didn't really get to invocate his flowers and whatnot. So I was still able to win despite having missed that lethal. Now I will admit to you that yes, missing that lethal was one of the most scary things that you know happened to me today. Just because like I was like, oh my god, I'm literally gonna lose because I missed this lethal after having like, you know, played this game correctly, and that was just, you know, terrifying. It was actually just terrifying. But again, my early prep work had made sure that I was so far ahead that I couldn't lose from that spot, and that was great. Anyway, so now on to the next game, Dragon. So typically speaking, the Dragon matchup for me is usually, well, it's actually very entertaining. I actually like it a lot, unless of course I'm like getting tilted because like Disdain for Reckoning being like crazy strong. So for this matchup, basically you get your face hit in a lot. Like I mean a lot. Like most of the games when I win, I usually win them at about like 4 or 5 HP. Just because like Dragon has a lot of pressure, they have a lot of damage, it's just crazy. So with this game, I'm going second. I have the Chromatic Duel. Chromatic Duel is very, very good. It's really, really good in this matchup. Pretty much both forms are very, very good. But so is Mars and so is Frontline Cavalier. So I'm gonna try to go for the Mars Frontline because again, I'm going second. It's a pretty decent high roll. Just because like you get 2-3 tokens essentially, and that's kind of difficult for the Dragon player to deal with because like you get to kill all of their tokens and live. Well, all of their tokens and all their, you know, small stuff, with the exception of what's it called? With the sole exception of Feline. There we go, Feline. In which case you can only like bump and tie with her. So it's like it's whatever. So here I go and play the Holy Bear Knight. I would like to play Ku, but I can't play Ku because he has the 1/3 to my 2/1, so that'd be really bad. He'd have initiative. Now here he actually excels at Poseidon. Now keep in mind for this game that my opponent he doesn't have that high of rank. Now mind you, I will also go ahead and point out as well that like that rank in GP doesn't actually matter that much because I play Bristle. I play Bristle a surprising amount of Smurfs, so you can never really be too certain about what your opponent's skill level is. You just have to like gauge it by the like the type of plays you see. But yeah, so I can assume this time that he's probably maybe just you know a beginner player because like contrary to popular belief, like beginner players do make it, you know, stage 2 and stage 3 even all the time. So here I go and play up the Valse. I play up the Valse. Now here I actually do make a slight misplay. The correct play is the bump here. Make the bump. It's pretty in your favor. Now he'll go phase, but that's fine because you know you're playing this later to heal up. It's bad because if he plays, I don't know, something of value. Oh, got it. If he plays Serpent Drake next turn, if he plays Serpent Drake and he kills your guy, you have no way of being able to kill both the Drakes in the same turn. I mean, I guess technically you don't have a way of doing that either way. But yeah, it's still very, very scary, and I should have made the bump. But thankfully, because I didn't make the bump, I guess he gets coerced into doing this. That's fine. He makes the bump into me. That's fine. He has the ward, but his board is not at all imposing. He didn't really he didn't even like ramp either, so it's like pretty good for me. I get my Cavalier out here. The Cavalier is actually pretty good because he's most likely going to just probably kill this and then ramp with Ayala, most likely. That's fine because it means I finally get the Feline spell out of his hand. Sounds good. Also, his Spleen will just kind of die here. His Spleen did help get a kill earlier, so that's like fine. And gets the second kill here, so that's like, you know, not the worst. But here we see him actually excel at another Poseidon. Now he excels at Poseidon, and here he makes a questionable play. I didn't actually like this play that much. It's pretty bad. He evolves to trade because he doesn't want his Spleen to die for free. I mean, I can respect that, but it's still kind of questionable here. Anyway, here I get a lovely top deck of Dragonites. The Dragonites is so good because he just used the Spleen spell, so he has to have another Spleen spell, and he has to put self damage on it, so I might be able to get his last Evo here, and that's great. My Voss is also at full HP, so he can't even like try to play Gurumi into me or anything like that, because I'll still be able to deal with it. Now here he excels the third Poseidon. I really didn't like that play, so especially because he played the Oracle there. So honestly, it's in this situation, it's okay to just pass. Like the Poseidon should more or less like make up for any like the slow faults you've had over the course of this game so far. It should be able to make up for that. Now mind you, you'll still be very far in the back, but it's okay to be I guess like that far in the back, as opposed to like being this far into the back, where I now know you have no more Poseidons. You don't have a hand to play Frenzy Drake. Hell, you can't even play Frenzy Drake next turn. And again, like, you already used the Force Meat earlier, so yeah, very bad news bears for my opponent here. Because again, the Vayne is here, and he is here to stay. So I go ahead and I drop the Young Mars. I then play Ku. I go ahead and I have Ku trade into the Poseidon Guard. It becomes a 3-1 after trades. And I go ahead and go face. Vayne powers up again. He goes up to 6 HP, or sorry, 6 attack. Now here he plays the Apostle of Disdain. I'm like, okay, that's not that good though. But yeah, so he plays that. He then has to trade into my Vayne to kill it, but now the damage is done because, yeah, Mars is here. Mars is looking pretty flames. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop down the Young Arthur. It doesn't really matter what the Arthur pulls here. It literally, it's just like, oh, Mars just gives my creatures an additional +2/+2 each, so that's +6/+6. So essentially, like, I got like six mana in stats for free. I'm able to just keep smacking them. I didn't actually Evo because there's no need to. There's literally no need to. I didn't want to get blown up by like Gurumi or anything silly like that. Like he could have like, I don't know, like I guess like maybe like Gurumi plus Spleen maybe. I don't even know if that's even good enough, but yeah, he could have something like that. But here, he makes the evolve. Honestly speaking, I didn't like this evolve, or rather, sorry, I didn't like the way he did this. This was really bad ordering. So I guess he kind of forgot about Mars because again, you know, new player and whatnot. So the correct play is actually trade into the ward first. You trade into the ward. Yes, your guy gets damage. But if you if you then trade into Mars, you can actually kill Mars, live, and draw a card. So if you're still relying on Frenzy Drake or whatever, you have a chance. You maybe have a chance with the Frenzy Drake. Now, mind you, we know that he has no chance. But again, you have to play to your outs. You just have to play to your outs when you can if you want to win games or in the spar behind. So he does kill my Mars. That's fine. Now, he rolls the 50-50 here. He loses the 50-50. That's fine. It doesn't matter that much. Because again, I literally have everything I need to have. So I go ahead and I play my Serpent. Then I go ahead and play my Magnus to go ahead and give my board Spell Shield. Or not Spell Shield, protection from AoE. I'm sorry, protection from AoE damage, and he just scoops up. He knows he can't come back. Like he literally gave me his all three of his percents like peanuts earlier, and that kind of came back to bite him in the ass. And that's just that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So I definitely think that it's just a case of, well, I have a wealth of experience. I also play Dragon, and he just didn't have nearly as much experience, and he just, again, that's just how things go sometimes. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about the series so far. Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Also, let me go ahead and give me suggestions for what you think I can improve upon on the series, because I do a lot of these now, so I always looking for ways to improve and get better at this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.